Hi everyone, it's Paddy here from arithmetichub.com, thanking you for choosing this video, but reminding you that whilst this is one method to solve questions like this, it's not the only method. With that being said, let's explore this concept a little bit further.
Hi everyone, so today we're having a look at multiplying three numbers. Okay, so sometimes you get questions that look like this: 3 times 8 times 6, or 9 times 7 times 4. So when we are multiplying three numbers together, we would use a very similar method to what we'd use when we're adding and subtracting three numbers. Okay, so if you've seen that video, then you'll notice that this is actually a very similar sort of way to do it. So let's have a little look what the method tells us to do. The first part of the method is answering two separate multiplications. You don't want to be doing 3 times 8 times 6 in some big column, okay? You want to be doing it in two separate multiplications. The second part of the method says, check that you've done the right multiplication method. Is the number multiplied by one digit or two digits? So here you've got 3 times 8 first, so you find the answer to that and then you multiply your answer by 6. Okay, same here, 9 times 7, you find an answer to that, you multiply your answer by 4. So then the second multiplication, you're multiplying it by a one-digit number. Here, you've got 11 times 12 first, but then for the second part of your multiplication, you're multiplying by 12, so you're going to need to use a slightly different method, aren't you? You're going to need to use your two-digit multiplication method rather than your one-digit multiplication method. Okay, so let's have a little look at, the third part of the method, actually, let's not get ahead of myself here. Answer part one, then multiply your answer to part one by the second part of the question. So again, what we were talking about there, you do the first part and then you use the answer to then do the second part. Okay, so let's have a look at what that looks like in practice. So the first thing here I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 times 8 because it's the first part of that question. 3 times 8 is going to give me 24. Okay. So now I've done the first part of that question, I've got my 3 times 8 is 24. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up 24 times 6 in my column multiplication method. And I'm going to do 6 times 4 is going to give me 24. 6 times 2 is going to give me 12. Add the 2 is going to give me 14 for 144. So I answered the first part of the question, and then I used the answer from the first part of the question, and then multiplied it by the second part of the question. So I did my answer times by the second part of the question, 24 times 6. And then I got my answer like that in my column method. The first one, I didn't have to do a column method for that. I didn't have to set it up 3 times 8 in a column because I know my 3's and I know my 8's. Even if you don't know your 3's and 8's, you can just write them down if you need to. So you could do 8, 16, 24. You don't need a column method for that because it's not going to help. Okay, the second part, we've got 9 times 7 times 4. So again, we do the same thing. We're going to answer it in two separate multiplications. We're going to check you've done the right multiplication method and is the number multiplied by one digit or two digits, and then we're going to answer part one, then take the answer to be able to use for part two of the question. So 9 times 7 times 4. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to answer 9 times 7. 9 times 7 is going to give me 63. I've now got my answer, and it says here, answer part 1, then multiply your answer to part 1 by the second part of the question. In the second part of the question here, I need to times by 4, don't I? So what I would do is I would do 63 times 4. 3 times 4 is going to give me 12. 4 times 6 is going to give me 24. Add the 1 is going to give me 25, like that. Okay? Slightly more challenging question over here because we've got two digits in all of these. 11 times 12 times 12. Now I could set this up in my two-digit multiplication, but first things first, that's going to make it really complicated. Secondly, I don't need to do that for 11 times 12 because I know my 11 times tables. I know 11 times 12 is going to give me 132. So 11 times 12 is going to give me 132. There's my answer. Going to follow exactly the same method. Answer part 1, which I've done, 11 times 12 is 132. Then multiply your answer to part 1 by the second part of the question. So I've got my 132, but now I'm multiplying it by 12. On all of these, I've multiplied it by one digit. Now I'm multiplying it by two digits, aren't I? So I'm going to have to do my two-digit multiplication method. So for this, I'm going to start with my 2 times 2 is going to give me 4, 2 times 3 is going to give me 6, 2 times 1 is going to give me 2. Cross my 2 out, drop the 0, and now I'm going to do the same again, but in my tens column. 1 times 2 is going to give me 2. 1 times 3 is going to give me 3. 1 times 1 is going to give me 1. And then I'm going to add these together. 4 add 0 is going to give me 4. 6 add 2 is going to give me 8. 2 add 3 is going to give me 5. And 1 add nothing is going to give me 1. So the answer to 11 times 12 times 12 will be 1,584.
If you found this video useful, then I would massively appreciate you liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you want to explore more methods or practice using the method we've looked at here, why not check out the teacher videos at arithmetichub.com. Arithmetic Hub has videos just like this on different methods, specifically targeting areas needed in Key Stage 2. There you can practice one particular skill, or generate your own sets of calculations designed to challenge your understanding of all the topics covered in Years 3 to 6.